and smack on the longs right there. Run stop below the mitigation. Long position here after that displacement. And stop below the mitigation. Looking to target that point of buy side. I want to make sure this stop is pretty accurate. Yeah, I mean, this stop is pretty accurate. Once we take that point of buy side, though, I will be trailing break even. If we do take that point of buy side. And we also left the gap as well. So, I really do like this setup now. Might even add to it if it touches the gap right here on NQ. Make my size a full 10 lot. Once ES or NQ takes this high, this point of buy side, I'm gonna move my stops to break even. And yeah, that's what it'll be. Alright, let's just inverse that gap. So hopefully we do see this move continue to push here. I'm gonna go ahead and move stop break even. I'm gonna move it to this low right there. That's where the entry of the gap is on NQ. So I'm risking like $20. But we also do have this gap here that's about to form. And technically this would be the breakaway gap. But we'll see what happens here. I really much like NQ to go ahead and take this out right here and tap into this 5 minute. Just because we already done tried so many times to tap into it. Well, right here, obviously. But I don't really have any other point of buy side. That's kind of why I just went break even. This is gonna be my only trade for right now. Uh, got some combines running right now. Yeah, it's just displaced over this point of buy side, so that also makes that a uni model. But we're trading into a 5 minute. I'm gonna go ahead and trim on my apexes for right now, just cause I'm a little bit in heavier sizing on these. But I mean, if this doesn't, this is as of right now, NQ has a bearish SMT, so we could just get trailed out here. But we'll see what happens. This is the first point of entry on a gap on both NQ and ES. So for this trade to work, this gap needs to get respected. Simply put, and then we can trail stops to that short-term low. But I only do that if we tap into here. But gap would have to hold. All right, I'm moving stop to this gap. I mean, that'll put me 105 point or $105 in profit because we haven't met the point of a buy side. We shouldn't return back here. I want to see us push higher from here. It's resting right below that gap. If we form another gap here, though, I'm gonna move stop to that short term low. Price do need to rebalance, obviously, but this is the next point of buy side that I'm looking for. I'm not gonna be greedy, even though I do feel like this is the draw all the way up here. Yeah, all the way up here for 155 points, but uh, no, I might even leave a runner up there actually, a one runner, and then use a limit sell for right there at that point of buy side, and that would secure us about 67 points. All right, we formed another gap there, so I'm gonna move my stop to that short-term low. But there's literally nothing stopping us but this 5 minute. Uh, in 3 minutes, if we don't inverse the 5 minute, I'm gonna trim somewhat of my profits. But the only thing I see is us like really turning around it is some sort of breaker block or 5 minute. But I kind of like to look at mitigation, but I really don't like to look at that too much. We filled 50%. That gap. Even if we lose right here, we'll get traded out in a profit of $130. But I'm looking at a good point to really sell this point at this point. But I promise to you, like I really feel good about this going pretty far. But 5 minute is about to close. So if we can't inverse this 5 minute here, um, 15 minute is also about to close as well. It doesn't look like we're gonna get to a good point where we want price to keep running. We can create a short-term low here. That'd be nice. I'm gonna go ahead and mark out this 1 minute gap. Just because price look like it wanted to. Let me move this out of the way. That price started to, started to look like it wanted to reverse here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark out this gap. We might even tap it. See what happens. All right, this 5 minute didn't get inversed, so Gonna look to sell a good bit of my position here. And we're tapping into a 15-minute right now. We just tapped into that 15-minute. We're gonna look to see how price reacts here. I'm gonna go ahead and sell 3 right there, just because I don't like how we didn't go ahead and just inverse that jump, but I mean it's fine. And then ES 15-minute here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop below this mitigation block. I don't like how we starting to slow down. I mean that's fine. The trade was 1-2 for sure. I risked 17 points. So we're about, yeah, I took profit around 40 points in profit. So it averages about like 40 points in profit. So if we get stopped out here, it's not a problem. We didn't leave a gap there either, which isn't what I wanted to see. But we still gonna look to aim to target this high up here, 157 points. But if we get stopped out here, it is what it is. Now going about my day. I've been on this all day, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. All right, stop that right there. The reason I took that though is because we've been chopping all day. Watch that continue to sweep me out, but we've been chopping all day around this daily gap, around the prior day low. That was the draw, sweeper liquidity. We had the displacement here, along with somewhat of a bullish SMT right here. Kind of tied these lows, which kind of made me feel pretty good. But dang, on me, I think I just got stopped out. But like right at the tick, because if it takes this high, my stop would have been here. But yeah, then we had this displacement above here, and I just went ahead and entered. Had it would have gave me another entry on this gap here on NQ. It just didn't show up on here on MEQ. I would have entered uh, double my normal size. So, but that's it, and we'll get to the next trade type shit.